stunning views here. Just ridiculously beautiful. Ridiculous. Welcome to Dan's on This Street. I'm Dan. Today we are in Austria in the city of Salzburg, an ancient city here sitting at the foothills of the Alps, right to the north, right on the border of Germany there, Deutschland. I'm excited to see this place. Really excited. Looks like a great old city. We're going to have a good time looking all around. It's not perfectly mapped with Street View, but there's a lot to see, so let's drop right in and see what we find. Okay, we're on the street here looking at December 2018. Clearly here in winter time, leaves falling down, bikes all around, a beautiful old street here. Wow. Fantastic. German vehicles, as you might expect. Interesting. Let's start moving around here. This is an old city. Population 153,000 or so. Wow, just taking it all in. Beautiful streets here. Looks very pedestrian friendly. The city was officially founded in 696. So quite some time ago. And there used to be Roman settlement here long before that. The Celts were here back in the 5th century BC, and there's actually evidence of human settlement back to the Neolithic age. So people have been living around here for a long time, to say the least. I think this is my first stop in Austria. I'm sure I'll be back many times. Orient Pischhaus Caspian. Interesting. Obviously, tons of bicycles and plenty of cars. And some trash. What's going on there? Alright, must be trash day. Beautiful streets all along here. Looks chilly. Let's see, can we keep moving down this street or not? As I was saying, it's not perfectly mapped. There's a lot we can see with Street View, but it's not totally mapped. Beautiful old buildings here, some of them a bit newer. These look quite old to my eyes. Interesting. The name, oh look at this. The name was, shouldn't be a big surprise. It's named for salt. Literally it means salt castle, salt fortress. Just missed that tram that went by or something. That's pretty cool. Interesting vehicle there. Nice VW. So there used to be salt mining in the area, as well as other mining I read. Gold and silver and so forth. Oh, this looks like a lovely place in here. Pasta and vino? Oh, yes please. Yes please, that sounds great. Tons of little shops. Cute little design elements here. Look at this way that's... I love that little circle bump out. Interesting globe across the street here. Lots of little cars. Feels very European, as you'd expect, of course. But it has the feel that something. You can guess where you're at, probably within a few hundred miles. I think just looking around here. Big hills all around this town. We're gonna get a look at those. Again, we're right near some major mountains, some of the largest. Just a few dozen miles away, even. This is a neat old building here. Love that roof line. Hotels. Just gorgeous streets. Not too many people out and about today, actually. Kind of empty, right? Let's pop up. Yeah, let's pop up. Let's see. Alright, so we're kind of bouncing around this area. Let's go over to this big park here. This looks pretty neat. Oh, well mapped too. Schloss Mirabell. Oh wow, look at this. Beautiful flowers. Interesting sculpture here. That's pretty elaborate. Looks like maybe an art museum or something over there. What's going on here with our loads? This is super blurry. Sorry about that. Well, there's a good view. And we're back out. Interesting. Really well laid out here. Lovely park. Let's drop into another photograph here maybe. On the street again. Well, in the park at least. More gardens. Looks like a real touristy area, but I mean, can you blame them? Look at this view there. That distant castle. We're going to get up there. Oh boy. Look at that place. What a place. All kinds of gardens here. Great place for walks. Nude statue. You know, standard stuff for this area. Really nice though. It's just fantastic old architecture and design. And here's the river Salzach. Obviously, same route there. Salt. The Salt River. Something like that. They used to ferry salt up and down there. And other things, I imagine, of course. Here we are looking at that river. Very pretty. Beautiful church across the street there. Across the river, I mean. And look at that sight. Oh my goodness. Snow-capped mountains, it looks like. Giant fortresses. Ancient places. I mean, that's just about heaven in my mind. Look at that view there. My goodness. Stunning. Tons of bicyclists out here. Look at this wall, this rock face up here. Man. The city almost has everything, right? Rivers, history, mountains. Only thing it doesn't have is an ocean, maybe, you could say. Look at this hotel up here. Oh my heavens. Beautifully mapped up in here. Can we get up here? Perhaps. Maybe not quite. Oh yeah. Okay, we're up here. A little statue or monument, or perhaps a grave marker even. Look at that view. Way up on the hills here. This looks just stunning. Oh man. Oh, this might have to be on my list of places I need to get to. Just fantastic. This is a UNESCO World Heritage Site. It was added to their list or whatever back in the late 90s, I think 96. Fantastic. I love this elevation change. I mean, nothing wrong exactly with a city that's flat, but I love a city with big hills and, you know, just dynamic shape to it. You know, gotta love that, right? Big field up in here. This is the birthplace of Mozart, born here in 1756. We might check out his the place where he was born. I saw his mention on Wikipedia as still standing. Interesting train station here. Major trains, just you can see that path of it running through the town here. All right, we're inside the train station. Maybe not too exciting on this level. Obviously, tons of shopping. A lot of these European cities, the train station can kind of double as almost a mall. Let's drop over here, see if we can get a better view of things. Oh, we're outdoors at least. Boy, there's a train booking it by. It's a pretty awesome image. Tons of trains here. High-speed trains, more domestic trains. Well, they're all domestic, I suppose. Pretty great view there, though. I'd love to take one of those around. Look at the way it just weaves through the town here. That's so old. You know, you would never design something new that cuts into a city like that, right? Like, that's just evidence of its kind of ancient nature here. Wow. Again, not fully mapped. We're going to have to use 360 images to help us. Over on this side of things, next to the train station here. Kind of interesting. Wonder why somebody took a photograph right here. I appreciate that they did. But, not too much to see, I suppose. Interesting. The city became involved. It changed hands a number of times, if that's what you want to call it, over the years, over the centuries. And at some point it got involved in the German Peasants' War of 1525. There's like mass riots during the Reformation. This is most interesting. Next to somebody's wool hat here, it looks like. Beautiful views down the street here, more statues. All of these hills up there with the houses. Again, looks pretty chilly. Might visit during summer, I think. Unless you're going skiing. Look at this castle. Look at that. Franzis Schloss, 1629. Oh wow, now it's a restaurant, hotel maybe? Well, this looks like an amazing place to come stay at. Oh, goodness gracious. This is wonderful. I love this view over things. Really get a sense of town. If you stay up here, it'll help you kind of navigate later. You can figure out where you're going to eat. You know, we eat there, and then we'll move up there. It's like having your own Google Maps up in your hotel. Obviously snowy here, as you might expect. Interesting. Just a beautiful place up here. 1629. Wonderful. Yeah, there's a number of these hills right in the middle of things. If you can get a sense of that, as this kind of loads here for us. Great big hills. And then obviously we're very close to huge mountains. Huge mountains. And here's this, let's check out this Hohensalzburg. I don't know how to say that. This castle dates to the 11th century. And this is about as amazing a castle as I've seen. 11th century, sitting up here on this giant hill. What a fortress. What a stunning place. Been preserved through all those changing of, hands and so forth. Oh, we can get right inside. This is wonderful. Perfect. Wow. 11th century. Now, obviously not all these buildings necessarily date back that far, but I'm sure the general bones of it. Big church here. Interesting. There's a sundial up there. That's neat. Look at that. Totally functional. No clock tower, but a sundial. How about that? Is that a well? I don't know what that is. Can't imagine how you'd have a well this high up. That doesn't seem possible. Maybe it is though. What do I know? Obviously tons of tourists here. I mean, again, I don't blame them. This is definitely a place I would visit if I came to town. Fantastic. I remember I once made like a paper model of a castle. Really big paper model from a kit back in high school or middle school, I think. And it kind of looked like this castle. It had this scale of things. Look at these old cannons. My goodness. Can you imagine trying to defend yourself with those things? That'd be insane. Stunning views here. Just ridiculously beautiful. Ridiculous. And here's the Cathedral of Salzburg. We'll get down and check that out. Looks like there's an event down here, concert. This place was damaged. This whole city was really damaged during World War II. The Germans came in and in 1938, annexed it during the Anschluss, and then they did what they did back then, which was round up all the Jews and destroyed the synagogue in town. Oh my goodness, look at this. And this place was actually bombed, I believe. A bomb fell right down here through the center of this by the Allies. The Allies demolished the city when they were destroying Germany and ultimately winning World War II. And tragically, Many people died in the town, and a lot of the buildings were heavily damaged, including this church, which was eventually restored in 1959. But Mozart himself was baptized here the day after his birth, right here in this room. What a place. What a stunning church. I mean, that's fantastic. Let's check out this plaza in front of it. Oh, geez. Well, we're a little crooked. There's a view of it, though. Pretty neat. Whoa. Sorry for this curvature. That's weird. Looks like they have these stands set up. Maybe not permanent. Sort of a temporary thing there for some show. All kinds of buildings all through here. There's like, what did I read? 27, 29 churches in this city. The city really was damaged and like left to decay for a long time. And back in the 1500s. Oh my goodness, look at this old town center square area. Oh, fantastic. And it wasn't until the 17th century when a lot of Italian architects rebuilt the city, and including a lot of this town center. Now, this building here appears to date to 1360. Look at that style. Interesting. This little circle windows up there. Decorative framework here. Each floor gets its own frame style. How about that? But much of the old town was kind of designed in a Baroque style, I read. And much of that survived, mercifully, the damage during World War II. Many homes were destroyed, but a lot of the old town was spared. I don't know, by chance or intention. Probably by chance would be my guess. Fantastic shops all through here. I'd love to just spend hours and hours going through here. Again, amazing rock face there. They've kind of carved into it, looks like. Here's a tunnel they've dug through it. That's pretty fantastic. Looks like Christmas time here. How pretty is this? I'd love to get a little espresso here. Sit with a blanket. They have blankets sitting on all these chairs, it looks like. They know people are going to be chilly. That's kind of great. Interesting building here. Not sure what's going on there. There's that castle up there again. Fantastic. What a beautiful, beautiful city. I'm very impressed. Alright, let's pop up. I haven't gotten a good sense of this place. I'm sure you haven't either if you're watching this. I feel a bit lost here, but it's just so twisty-turny. Look at this castle wall here. The Bergwehr something. Wanchesberg. All these big hills. Let's come up here by this castle wall. Wow. I don't know anything about this. Didn't read about this one in my brief research. Obviously a beautiful old place. Tons of views here during winter. I feel like most of the photographs we've seen are winter months. View out there. Distant Alps. I mean, not even that distant. They're just right there. Fantastic. Tons of... Great place for going for long walks, right? You can just explore day after day. Get some good shoes. Walk around. Pretty neat. Huh. Look at this place. Inside of, outside of itself? Some sort of museum. Museum, of like modern art maybe? I would definitely check that out. I would check out so much of this if I came to town. Boy, it seems like a nice place. Somebody recommended this city to me, and while I was aware of it, of course, I knew hardly anything about it, except maybe I knew that Mozart was born here. Well, just dropped into a shop here. Well, this is the type of place you might tour or stop into, get some flowers. Actually, a really beautiful flower shop. Well, I don't want to visit twice though. Let's get it out of there. Yeah, thanks for that recommendation. If you ever have any recommendations you want me to check out, if there's a city you think I might not think of, or, you know, a place not on everyone's list that you think is worth seeing, definitely let me know in the comments. And hopefully someday I'll get to it. Art museum here, more streets, gas station. I have quite a long list of places at this point that people have suggested, as well as kind of my own mental list of places I'd love to get to. And slowly working through it. Takes time. But I'm in no hurry. Soccer fields here. Look at that roof there, almost a pyramid on top of that thing. That's kind of odd. I guess all these have really big, wide roofs. What was that pyramid? Not sure. Oh. I guess it's a church of some sort. Again, tons of churches here. Let's zoom out just a bit. Interesting. Here's the airport you'd land on if you flew into town. Of course, you might take the train in. Not a very big airport. I saw this. Yeah, look at this. This was mentioned on Wikipedia. Hangar 7. This is so cool looking. This hangar is owned by the owner of Red Bull. And you can actually see here, look at that. You have some sort of fighter jet out there with a Red Bull insignia. Looks like there's some good views in here. Let's drop inside. Oh yeah, look at all this Red Bull stuff. They use it to like house their Red Bull, I don't know, helicopters, cars, all sorts of stuff. Unbelievable. Oh man, I would definitely come here and visit. This is so neat. I've been in Red Bull's headquarters in LA, which are pretty awesome. And so I'm definitely a Red Bull fan. I love a lot of what they're doing. This is so cool though. What a neat hangar. Looks like kids are having a great time here. I'm a big aviation fan in general, so I'm always interested in airports and that sort of thing. Oh, looks like we can't get over on this side of things. The Flying Bulls. All right. That's pretty neat. That might be the first thing I do if I land here, right? Get out of the plane, go for a tour there maybe. Let's see. Restaurant over here. Oh, we just dropped right inside the restaurant. Actually, pretty nice restaurant. Yeah, all right. Nice place. Tons of fields here, soccer. Looks like maybe there used to be a fort here or something. I'm not sure what this is representing. I'm sure there's unbelievable history buried in these grounds. Although there's probably some bombs also buried in some of these grounds. That's kind of a dark thought, but it's a concern. Let's not lose sight of where the actual downtown is here. Okay. Start drifting a little south there. That is definitely an issue in these old towns in Europe. Unfortunately, a lot of unexploded old weapons or whatever, explosive devices. Gotta call EOD. Nice train station. All right. Here's a gymnasium. Interesting. Oh, I so wish this was better mapped. I don't know if you can quite see what I mean, but like a lot of these streets here, yeah, the blue lines represent where I can go. And much of this I can't quite get to. This is an interesting old bridge or dam sort of thing here. Power station, perhaps. Wow. Look at that. My, my, my. It's so cool, the design they put into this. You know, didn't have to be that beautiful, but they really chose to spend some money on it. Here's a nice summer view. Kind of rare for some reason here, I feel like, on this tour. This is what June looks like here in Salzburg, and it looks positively perfect. Just pristine. Interesting. Another bridge down here. Lots of old bridges. It's a little steel one. Oh, let's drop in there too. Oh, look at this. Have up an old Ferris wheel there you could go on. Looks like that's set up for maybe something special. This looks like it's just a pedestrian bridge, perhaps. Possibly open to vehicles. Certainly bicycles. And there's that dam again. That's so neat. Man, what a gorgeous place. I wonder what this is here. There's a number of universities around here, I read. This kind of looks like a stadium in here. I guess it is. It looks like there's some sort of event. Oh yeah. Kind of see the theater or the seating back in there, but obviously this is set up for a conference. Tons of little stands. Yeah, a number of big universities in town. At least 3 I read. I spotted one of them earlier. Look at this curved building here. That's odd. And kind of awesome. Interesting. I really have not been giving any planned... Sometimes I'll be very orderly in the way I approach a city, but this one, something about it, I've just been really bouncing around. Sorry about that if you're hoping to get your bearings on things. I have not been too helpful in that. But here's the overhead view of things. Mozart plots. Okay, this must be... Was Mozart born around here? I forgot. We were going to check that out. Let's see. Interesting. People walking all around. Another big plaza. I saw an image on Wikipedia. It looked like kind of an orange building. I wonder if this is it right here. Let me put in the address. There it is. Yeah. Oh, it's over here. Okay. Let's see. Hopefully there's street view. Oh, yeah. Well, at least people will drop some images of it. Oh, here it is. This is where Mozart was born. Mozart's Geburtshaus. I know that from German. Birth house, of course. It doesn't take too much guessing to get that. How about that? Born right here. Pretty nice building. I mean, it looks like a lot of others. Obviously, a huge shopping street. This lady's pointing it out to her daughter. Mozart was born right there. Of course, I do the same thing, taking pictures of it. Everybody checking it out. I mean, it is just a house, but pretty fantastic place. Man, think of the history, the music, the culture that came from somebody from right there. How about that? It's fantastic. All right, maybe one more place, and I got to wrap this up. One more place. Okay. Oh, wow, look at this snowy view up here. Oh, back where we were earlier, I believe, but this is a nice place to end things. Such a beautiful city. Wonderful. Look at these little windows here. Is that for like strategic defense? Did you shoot arrows out of that? Goodness gracious. I don't know. Maybe. That's pretty awesome. Pretty awesome, and what an amazing, amazing old city. I am definitely going to get back to Austria at some point soon. That was just very impressive. For now, though, I'm going to add it to my map. Your places. Be sure to check out all of my other videos. Well, don't check out all of them. That's crazy. But check out some of them. And let's see them all here in a second. Let them populate up. There they all are. And now Salzburg is added to the map. There she is, up there. Right on the border of Germany. Look at that. We gotta get back to Germany too sometime soon. Alright. That was a great time. Please subscribe. Tell your friends. Give me some suggestions on places I should go. Alright. Till next time.